this bite-sized episode of Link by Golf, I'm catching up with Gary Dingwall, the head teaching professional at Royal Dornoch Golf Club, speaking about some of his experiences that are truly magical there, and also about the time that one of the guys at the club said, "Holy it's Jack Nicklaus."
Greg Norman on the show a couple of years back, and he was asked about where his favourite golf course was, and he actually said Royal Dornoch at night time, 8 o'clock, grab a wee set of clubs, go up there. And then you and I talked the other day, and I'd love you, Gary, because some people will know about Dornoch, but I'm sure many don't. It's the 7th oldest golf course in the world. I hope I've got that right. But talk to us about some of those experiences at Dornoch and why Greg Norman said it's his favourite course.
Yeah, I mean, Dornoch's a uniquely located place, first of all. It's between the headland and the Firth. To the left-hand side, heading west, you've got the mountains of the Easter Ross and Wester Ross. To the other side, the east side, you've got the sea. So you're just surrounded by this natural beauty on this little bit of land that winds its way out, traditional 8 holes out, 10 holes back, along this layer of land that has been created by the sea. So golf first played, we've got records at the club of golf being played on those links since 1616.
Wow, 1616.
1616, which makes us the third oldest behind Leith and St Andrews.
My goodness.
We reckon it's a little bit earlier, but there's no written records of it, simply because this was a monastic place, the cathedral in Dornoch. So you put all these little bits together, a centuries-old cathedral, the Highland town, the air, the vistas, this golf course that's natural, and it produces something really special that a lot of people call home, even though they live in New York. It's that, it grabs you. And the experience that Greg's talking about, I've had it a couple of times where Saturday night, for instance, you'll grab your wee half set, you'll go up to the putting green here. It's a big expanse of putting green. You've got the sea, you've got the views of the mountains, the Struy Mountain over to the west, and then all of a sudden the bagpipes will spark up because the town has its own pipe band.
As you do.
Exactly, as you do.
It's Scotland after all, why not?
And it's quite eerie. It's quite a spiritual thing where you're kind of standing there and there's nobody around, pipe band playing, the sun's setting over the hills, you can hear the sea, it's the air, the freshness of it, and you almost got to pinch yourself sometimes and you think, yeah, this is pretty good. And I'm at that stage in life now where I've did all the tournament golf and stuff, and those are the things that really begin to go, wow, yeah. This is special. And that's what Greg's talking about, because I've never played in anything that he's played in or won anything that he's won, but I can certainly experience the same things as he's experienced when you come to Dornoch.
Yeah, it's almost a spiritual experience, isn't it, when you get out? And I've never been to Dornoch, but I can resonate just in terms of some of the golf courses where you go. It doesn't need to be a great golf course, but just out at night times, the sun's going down. And I was a member at Deer Park, and strangely, although it's called Deer Park, I only ever saw one deer in the whole time I was there. I was there about 7 years. I remember I was playing the 8th hole out towards the houses,
yeah.
And it was the last day of the summer, basically time savings. Our clock's been forward, and I always tended to go out and play that last day just because it was like, this is winter coming, I better go and play some golf. I remember looking up and seeing this massive stag in the middle of the fairway.
Wow.
And it was just mesmerising. The sun's behind me, the sun's going down, and it's just getting into that really beautiful light. And seeing that deer just blew me away. And then I never saw it again. That was it. That was a once in a lifetime at that golf course. But these are the things that I think people really take away from it.
Absolutely. And the way Dornoch is, it can be a wet, windy day, but there's always one moment, that'll just grab you. It was last winter. I think it was about November time. We're playing the 9th, which just goes straight along the beach, and there's a couple of people standing on the beach with their cameras out, and you're like, what are they doing there? There must be something happening.
Yeah.
And there's a freshwater stream that comes down through the 9th. And we got up there, and there was 3 otters just playing on the beach. 2 cubs, or I don't even know if that's a word for them, the cubs, and the big mummy otter, I can only assume, just on the beach there, frolicking about in the water. And you just think, wow, look at that, and certainly you didn't get that at Wishy. But
the guy you're playing was moaning about missing a 3-foot putt.
Just look. No, so it's honestly those little moments out in the golf course that are just spectacular, and you need to get up here. That's the only thing I will say. You need to make it a mission.
Don't worry, Gary. I won't be shy in asking. You know that I've tried before. I tried for my 40th, but I couldn't make it happen. I'm sure we'll get it done before my 50th. One thing I did want to bring up, Gary. Now, when I first contacted you, you got back to me and you said, I don't know if I'm that interesting. So clearly on the basis of this chat, that is not true. But there was something that I reminded you of when we caught up the other week. I don't think you forgot this one. But I did say, Gary, have you not played with Jack Nicklaus before? And what was your answer?
I have, aye.
And then you said, and Tom Watson and Sandy Lyle, to name a few.
Craig Stadler as well.
Yeah, you're struggling for playing partners.
Struggling, yeah. There's, I suppose, you get those people coming to Dornoch as well for a reason. They've heard about it, they want to experience it, and I've been lucky enough to be asked to play with them. So it is a special thing. And it's the experience that I've had playing with them. Each and every one is honestly a true gentleman, and I think that's what the game of golf breeds. It breeds those type of people that can really travel and speak to anyone and play the great game, and talk about different diverse things about life.
How many Masters have those guys got between them? The Masters is coming up, right? So how many Masters between those guys?
It's incredible. Watson, Stadler, Lyle. I've got Norman, Els. Well, he didn't win the Masters, but you're looking at. I don't even know, to be honest. I mean, how many's Jack got alone?
Yeah,
5, 6, 6 he's got. And
they're just rocking up at Dornoch, and you think it's normal?
Yeah, there's quite a funny story actually about that. And the golf course was great, and it was everything. And we're standing outside the pro shop, and because we knew he was coming, we were trying to keep it a little bit quiet because it's Jack Nicklaus, the most famous golfer on the planet, really, apart from Tiger. And our club champion was standing there, and I've got the golf gear on, and I've got my bag ready to go. She said, "Oh, you're playing golf today?" I was like, yeah. And Andrew, our head pro, he was standing there, and he's got the exact same gear on as me, which is not normal. We wouldn't normally wear the same stuff. And he's like, "What are you doing? You playing golf, Andrew? You playing golf today?" He's like, yeah, because Andrew doesn't play that often. And just at that, a Range Rover pulled up, and Kevin still got his back to us as Jack Nicklaus gets out the Range Rover.
Brilliant.
And so Kev's like, "Right, I'll see you later," because we never said boot a goose. He turned round, and Jack Nicklaus is literally nose to nose with him, and he just went, "Holy, it's Jack Nicklaus," and just walked away. He gets such a fright. It was like this moment, and you could see the fear in his face because it was Jack Nicklaus standing right there, and he's like, and Jack just went, "Nice to meet you." So,
he's like, "Cheers, pal. See you later."
He just gets such a fright. It was one of those, but yeah, it's special when you get to do stuff like that. The boyhood dreams coming true.
Hope you enjoyed that one, folks. Great story there from Gary Dingwall at Royal Dornoch. If you enjoyed that one, please go back and listen to the full episode if you haven't already. And also look out for the episodes coming up that will be shared on Link by Golf. Please like, share and subscribe to the podcast, and you'll hear from me soon. Thank you. Goodbye.